friends, Miss Janet from the Stowell Library. Welcome to STEAM, and today we are going to explore gravity. So we're going to start by reading a book, and the book is actually called Gravity, and it was written by Jason Chin and published by Roaring Brook Press. So we're going to read Gravity. So here we start. It says, Gravity. Gravity makes objects fall to Earth. That's interesting. Without gravity, what would happen without gravity? It says, without gravity, everything would float away. Can you imagine that, if everything just floated away? The moon would drift away from the Earth. Wow. The Earth would drift away from the sun. Oh my goodness. Luckily, everything has gravity. Massive things have a lot of gravity. And their gravity pulls on smaller things. Gravity keeps the Earth near the sun, the moon near the Earth, and makes objects fall to Earth. So that explains a lot of things, I hope. So gravity. So gravity, we can't see gravity. It's an invisible force that it causes objects to attract each other. So every object in the entire universe has gravity that is continually pulling on every other object in the universe. So think about this. When you jump into a pool, the Earth's gravity is what pulls you down towards the water. Have you ever thought of that? And the Earth's gravity, it is strong enough to keep you on the ground. But millions of miles away out there where the sun and the moon and the stars are, its gravity, it becomes so weak that you wouldn't even notice it. So you would just be floating around. Very interesting. So imagine that you have a ball on the end of a string and you swing it in a circle. You're making it go around and around. So that string, what does it do? It prevents that ball from just flying away. So the sun's gravity is like the string. It keeps the Earth from just flying away. And all of the planets in our solar system orbit the sun, and the moon orbits the Earth, and gravity is what keeps that entire system together. So I have some suggestions of things that you could do to make you think more about gravity. Is what about making a ramp? So you can just use a book or whatever you have that could be a ramp, and try rolling different things down your ramp. Like I have a pom-pom. You could just roll a pom-pom down your ramp. Or maybe you want to try a crayon. Or maybe you have a marble or a toy car. And make your ramp at different heights and also different degrees of steepness. So if you have it really almost vertical, if you drop something, what's going to happen? As opposed to if your ramp is not so steep. So those are a couple of things you could try, making different ramps, different lengths of ramps, and how steep they are. Another idea is also just to get some watercolor paint, some paint and a paintbrush, and dip your paintbrush into the paint, and then having a piece of paper, so you need something underneath to catch the drips, but have a piece of paper and hold it vertically, so straight up and down, and get the paintbrush that has paint on it, take it to the top of your paper and let that paint roll down, and see what kind of stripes you could create, because that's the gravity pulling the paint down your page. Another idea of something you could try is if you have a ball that bounces, a bouncy ball or just any kind of ball that bounces, try dropping that ball from different heights and see what happens. What's the difference if you drop it from somewhere really high or just very close to the ground? So I hope that you will try making a ramp and dropping or having things roll down that ramp and seeing what the difference is, whether it's very steep or not so steep, and what things go faster, and also with some paint, dropping off your paintbrush some paint and have your paper vertical up and down and see what happens to that paint as it goes down your page, or dropping a ball from different heights and seeing what the difference is, okay? So I hope that you will experiment and discover some things about gravity today.